Dadvaram darshitam yena tasmai Shri Gurave Namah. Ananati mirandasya narajana shalakaya chakshuram militam yena tasmai Shri Gurave Namah. Guru Brahma Guru Vishnu Guru Devo Maheshwara Guru Sakshat Parabrahma Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah. Stavaram Jangamam Yatam Yat Kinchit Sacharacharam Tatparam Nashitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah. Bhavajivyaptiyat sarvam Trilokyam Sacharacharam Tatparam Darshitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah. Sarvashruti Shiroratna Viyachita Padam Bhujah Vedantam Bhuja Suryoya Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah. Chaitanya Shashmata Shanto Vyomadito Niranjana Indunada Kaladita Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah. Jnana Shakti Samadhuda Tattvamala Vibhushita Bhukti Mukti Pradata Cha Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah. Aneka Janma Samprata Karma Bandha Vidayine Atmajnana Pradhanena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah. Shoshanam Bhava Sindosha Yapanam Sarasampada Guru Padodakam Samyak Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah. Na Guru Radhikam Tadvam Na Guru Radhikam Tapaham Tatvajnana Param Nasti Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah. Manata Shri Jagannatha Matguru Shri Jagadguru Mahatma Sarva Bhudatma Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah. Guru Radhiranadishta Guru Paramadevatan Guru Parataram Nasti Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah. Tvameva Mata Chapita Tvameva Tvameva Bandusha Sakha Tvameva Tvameva Vidya Kavinam Tvameva Tvameva Sarvam Mama Deva Deva Tvameva Mata Chapita Tvameva Tvameva Bandusha Sakha Tvameva Tvameva Vidya Kavinam Tvameva Tvameva Sarvam Mama Deva Deva. Gurudev
Satyarupam Shri Gurudev Shri Vishwananda Satgurudev
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 Sundararupam Mama Gurudev Sachidananda Jaya Gurudev
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 Sachidananda Jaya Gurudev
Sachidananda Jaya Gurudev
Sachidananda Jaya Gurudev
Sachidananda Jaya Gurudev
Shri Vishwananda Satgurudev
Shri Vishwananda Satgurudev
Shri Vishwananda Satgurudev
Shri Vishwananda Satgurudev
Om Mahavatara Shishaya Namaha Om Vishamaya Namaha Om Devakarya Samudyataya Namaha Om Sukshmatanave Namaha Om Chinmayaya Namaha Om Gurumurtaye Namaha Om Sundaraya Namaha Om Sulochanaya Namaha Om Sumukhay Namaha Om Charuhasaya Namaha Om Keshavaya Namaha Om Padmambujaya Namaha Om Mandagamanaya Namaha Om Charvaradharine Namaha Om Ramaya Namaha Om Mandirastapakaya Namaha Om Shri Babachakaya Namaha Om Gayatri Ajvane Namaha Om Arpana Sikarakaya Namaha Om Vishnu Pujakaya Namaha Om Namo Narayana Iti Mantra Pasakaya Namaha Om Swaramayaya Namaha Om Madhura Kantaya Namaha Om Krishna Sankirtana Lurupaya Namaha Om Stotra Priyaya Namaha Om Idavashine Namaha Om Vakamine Namaha Om Chitrakala Visharadaya Namaha Om Radhadharaya Namaha Om Sadhave Namaha Om Jagatpantaya Namaha Om Sarvalokahitaya Namaha Om Bhaktapriyaya Namaha, Om Surdaya Namaha, Om Anukulaya Namaha, Om Neyaya Namaha, Om Sudarshanaya Namaha, Om Bhaktavatsalaya Namaha, Om Premamurtaye Namaha, Om Shubhakshanaya Namaha, Om Pritivardhanaya Namaha, Om Swastidayakaya Namaha, Om Tarakaya Namaha, Om Anugrahaya Namaha, Om Vardhanaya Namaha, Om Ajitaya Namaha, Om Arthaya Namaha, Om Siddhipradhaya Namaha, Om Janardhanaya Namaha, Om Manoharaya Namaha, Om Mahakshaya Namaha, Om Siddheshwaraya Namaha, Om Bhasmabhushitaya Namaha, Om Atmalingaya Namaha, Om Lingachana Purasakaya Namaha, Om Siddhi Sadanaya Namaha, Om Manavaya Namaha, Om Omkarupasakaya Namaha, Om Sukshmaya Namaha, Om Vishokaya Namaha, Om Satvikaya Namaha, Om Samadarshini Namaha, Om Dakshaya Namaha, Om Achintyaya Namaha, Om Niramkaraya Namaha, Om Nirmohaya Namaha, Om Avyagraya Namaha, Om Chitakrodhaya Namaha, Om Vinayashilaya Namaha, Om Svavashaya Namaha, Om Kushalaya Namaha, Om Kshammaya Namaha, Om Satyadharmaya Namaha, Om Nirvikalpaya Namaha, Om Viraktaya Namaha, Om Atindraya Namaha, Om Satyasandhaya Namaha, Om Pavitraya Namaha, Om Madhurasvabhavaya Namaha, Om Suranandaya Namaha, Om Nandanaya Namaha, Om Prasanatmane Namaha, Om Bhaktanidhaye Namaha, Om Sakshaye Namaha, Om Samatmaye Namaha, Om Sadayogine Namaha, Om Haraye Namaha, Om Sutapaye Namaha, Om Samyaya Namaha, Om Guyaya Namaha, Om Vimuktatmaya Namaha, Om Gabhiraya Namaha, Om Guptaya Namaha, Om Atmaramaya Namaha, Om Srinivasaya Namaha, Om Devaya Namaha, Om Yutidharaya Namaha, Om Dhanyaya Namaha, Om Gurave Namaha, Om Duratikramaya Namaha, Om Gahanaya Namaha, Om Bhagavate Namaha, Om Harisharna Margadashakaya Namaha, Om Kutastha Jagartakaya Namaha, Om Abhiprayaya Namaha, Om Sarvamata Samatyaya Namaha, Om Kshamakata Bhavavadakaya Namaha, Om Premavatar Shri Vishwananda Swami Namaha. Ato Deva Avantuno Yato Vishnur Vichakrame Prithivya Saptatamabhihi Idam Vishnur Vichakrame Tredani Yade Padam Samudhamasya Pagam Sure Trini Pada Vichakrame Vishnur Gopa Adabhyaha Ato Dharmani Dhayene Vishnu Karmani Pashyate Yato Vritani Paspashe Indrasya Yujasaka Tad Vishnuro Paramam Paragam Sada Pashanti Suraya Devi Vachakshura Tatam Tad Vipraso Vipanyavo Jagravagam Sasanindhate Vishnu Yat Paramam Padam. Premavattaraya Vidmahe Satgurudevaya Dhimahi Tanno Vishwananda Prachodayate. Om Premavattaraya Vidmahe Satgurudevaya Dhimahi Tanno Vishwananda Prachodayate. Om Premavattaraya Vidmahe Satgurudevaya Dhimahi Tanno Vishwananda Prachodayate. Gunda. Om Vakratunda Mahakaya Suryakoti Samprabha Nirvignam Kuru Me Deva Sarvakaryeshu Sarvada Sarvakaryeshu Sarvada. Om Bhurbhuvasvaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Na Prachodayat. Om Bhurbhuvasvaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Na Prachodayat. Om Bhurbhuvasvaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Na Prachodayat. Shri Krishna Vishnu Madhusudana Kaitabhare Narayana Achyuta Trivikrama Chakrapane Deityadi Sarjadhara Sridhara Vasudeva Gopala Krishna Haraye Tava Suprabhatam Shri Rukminisha Pavanasha Hare Murare Radesha Gopasha Surupa Brahmati Pandya Shri Dvarakashraya Vaikuntha Pate Bhuvanaika Murte Gopala Deva Haraye Tava Suprabhatam Meenakrite Kamatarupa Varaha Murte Traivikramaya Guhane Prabhu Rama Rama Shri Rama Krishna Yanandana Kalki Rupa Gopala Krishna Haraye Tava Suprabhatam Govinda Madhava Mukunda Parat Paresha Damodara Jadarananda Kadhari Shori Gopa Gopi Jana Sandata Dina Bando Gopi Jana Priya Haraye Tava Suprabhatam Shriram Dishaye Bhujagadi Patalpashaye Sadbhakta Hirsadhanashaye Ramangashaye Shri Gopavama Gurutalpa Sukadishaye Gopa Vallabharaye Tava Suprabhatam Shri Kashyapadri Sukanarada Gautamadi Brahmarshi Sangamani Sangava Bharatesho Tishtanti Devatava Darshana Bhagya Heto Gopala Sekararaye Tava Suprabhatam Mandada Chadi Tulasita Malikayahe Maryani Anjali Pute Samudaharanti Tishtanti Bhagavatataya Tale Munindraha Radha Manohararaye Tava Suprabhatam Vedatrayam Patati Gautamakana Guyaha Gayanti Santunagano Balatatsa Vargaha Sankirtayanti Tava Nama Katha Visheshaha Shri Naradari Rishaya Tava Suprabhatam Govardhano Dharana Gopa Kishora Gopa Gopi Janamrita Sudesha Bhavati Pota Trilokya Mohana Sumangala Divya Dena Shri Rukminisha Varada Tava Suprabhatam Shri Vatsachina Sharanagata Parijata Bhaktarthi Bhanjana Kripakara Dina Bando Dityanta Gayati Janampriya Divya Rupa Shri Nanda Gopatanaya Tava Suprabhatam Palmaksha Palmamukha Palmadhara Prameya Palmalaya Snahita Palmanivasa Shori Palmodbhavati Sudasevita Pada Padma Palmadhinata Haraye Tava Suprabhatam Vrindatale Viharanaya Mahendra Vandya Kandarpadapaharadinya Sudesha Rupa Chandrananaya Sija Chandana Lindaneha Govinda Yadavaraye Tava Suprabhatam Shri Nandanandana Yashoda Kumara Dhira Mayangalina Davichoda Supushpahara Nilam Buddha Susharira Rama Vihara Gopala Deva Haraye Tava Suprabhatam Shri Vashnijam Pravati Satya Suganti Bhadra Shri Vindavinda Divasam Prabhu Putrikadyahe Tishtanti Devya Bhavavet Tava Sevanadam Gopi Manapriyaraye Tava Suprabhatam Shri Krishna Achyuta Ananta Mukunda Shauri Radha Manohara Janardana Chakrapane Namani Divya Gunayuna Shambhadanti Brahmi Muhurta Samaye Tava Suprabhatam Shri Krishna Suprabhatam Ye Patanti Ahanisham Bhuri Kritam Mahapapan Shri Krishna Grahetukam Ishvara Parama Krishna Sachitananda Vigraha Anadiradi Govinda Salvakarana Karanam Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Chintamani Prakara Satma Sukalpa Vriksha Laksha Vuteju Surabira Vipalayantam Lakshmi Sahasra Sata Samrama Sedyamanam Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami
Venum Kvanantamaravindha Dalaya Daksham Bharavatam Samasitam Buddha Sundarangam Gandharva Gotika Maniya Vishesha Shobham Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Alola Chandra Kala Sadvanamarya Vamshi Radhangadam Pranaya Keri Kala Vilasam Shamam Tribangalalitam Niyata Prakasham Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Anganiyasa Sakalendriya Vrittimanti Pasyanti Panti Kalayanti Chiram Jaganti Ananda Chinmaya Sajojvala Vigrahasya Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Advaitam Achyutam Anadim Anantarupam Adyam Purana Purusham Navayovanam Cha Vedeshu Dulapam Adulapam Atma Bhakta Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Antastu Goti Satavatsara Sampaganyo Vayo Radha Kripanaso Muni Purnamana Kopyasti Atra Padachinya Vichintya Tatve Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Ekopya Sara Chaitum Jagadanda Koti Yaschakti Dasti Jagadanda Chayaya Dantaha Anantarasta Paramanu Jayantarastam Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Yatmava Bhavitaniyo Manujasateva Samprapya Rupa Marivasanayana Bhushaha Suteyameva Nigama Pratite Suvante Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami
Govindamadipurusham tamaham bhajami. Ananda chinmaya rasa pratibhavitabis Tabhirya eva nijarupataya kalavi Goloka eva nivasatya kilatma bhuto Govindamadipurusham tamaham bhajami Govindamadipurusham tamaham bhajami
Premanjana Shrita Bhakti Vinochanena Santa Sadeva Idayeshu Vinokayanti Yakshama Sundaram Achitya Gunasvarupam Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami
Murtishu kalani amena tishta Nanavatara makarod bhuvaneshu kintu Krishna swayam samabhavat paramapumanyo Govindamadi purusham tamaham bhajami Govindamadi purusham tamaham bhajami
Yasya prabha prabhavato jagadanta koti Koti svashesha vasudhani vibhuti vina Yad brahmanishvalam anantam ashesha buddham Govindamadi purusham tamaham bhajami Govindamadi purusham tamaham bhajami
Maya hi yasya jagadanda shatani sute Traigunyatad vishaya vera vitaya mana Sadvavalam vipara sadva vishuddha sadvam Govindamadi purusham tamaham bhajami Govindamadi purusham tamaham bhajami
Ananda chinmaya rasatmataya manasu Yathaninam pratipanam smaratam upetya Lila itena bhuvanani daya jajasva Govindamadi purusham tamaham bhajami Govindamadi purusham tamaham bhajami
Golokanam ninichadhami tale chatasya Devi Mahesha Haridhama Suteshu Teshu Tete Prabhavani Chaya Vihitas-chayena Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami
Sri 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 Pralaya Sadhana Shanti Eka Chayeva Yasya Bhuvanani Vibhati Durga Icha Nurupamapi Yasya Sate Satesra Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami
Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Kshiram Yatada Divikara Vishesha Yogat Sanjayate nahi tata prathakasti heto Yasham bhutamapi tata samupeti kaya Govindamadi purusham tamaham bhajami Govindamadi purusham tamaham bhajami
Dipasvideva ikashantaramabhyupetya Dipayate vividadetu samanadharma Yasmakrideva isha vishnu taya vipate Govindamadi purusham tamaham bhajami
Govindamadi purusham tamaham bhajami Yakarana valajale bhajati smayoga Nidramhananta jagadanda saromakupaha Adhara shakti mavalam yaparam svamurtim Govindamadi purusham tamaham bhajami Govindamadi purusham tamaham bhajami
Yasleka nishvasita kala matamalamya Jivartiloma bilaja jagadantanata Vishnurmalansayayasya kala vishesho Govindamadipurusham tamaham bhajami Govindamadipurusham tamaham bhajami
Bhasvanya yashma sakaleshu nijeshu tejaha Shriyam kiyat prakatayaptyapi tatvaradra Brahmaya esha jagadanda vidhana karta Govindamadipurusham tamaham bhajami Govindamadipurusham tamaham bhajami
Yatpadapalavayugyam vinidaya kumbha Vande pranama samaye saganadirajaha Ekam nirantumalayasya jagatrayasya Govindamadipurusham tamaham bhajami
Govindamadipurusham tamaham bhajami Agnirmahi gaganam ambudmarudishascha Kalastatatma manasiti jagatrayani Yasmad bhavanti vibhavanti vishamtiyam cha Govindamadipurusham tamaham bhajami Govindamadipurusham tamaham bhajami
Yachakshuresa savitra sakala grahana Rajasamasa suramurti rashesha teshaha Yasya daya pramati samdrita kala chakro Govindamadipurusham tamaham bhajami
Govindamadipurusham tamaham bhajami Dharmota papanichaya shrutayashtapamsi Brahmadikita patakadhavayascha jivaha Yaddattamatra vibhavam prakata prabhava Govindamadipurusham tamaham bhajami Govindamadipurusham tamaham bhajami
Yasindra gopamata vendra mahusmakarma Vandana rupa palabhajana matanoti Karmani nigrahati kintu shabhakti bhaja Govindamadipurusham tamaham bhajami Govindamadipurusham tamaham bhajami
Yang krodha kama sahaja pranayadi viti Vatsalya moha guru gaurava sevya bhavahe Sanchityatasya sadrishim tanuma purete Govindamadipurusham tamaham bhajami Govindamadipurusham tamaham bhajami Ishvara Paramakrishna Sachitananda Vigraha Anadiradir Govinda Sarvakarana Karana Govindamadipurusham tamaham bhajami Govindamadipurusham tamaham bhajami
Om Agnaran Timirandasya Gnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurun Militam Yena Tasmei Shri Gurave Namaha. Good morning, everybody. So today's verse is taken from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 10, Chapter 58, verse 48. Raja Patnyascha Duhituhu Krishnam Ladva Priyam Patim Libhere Paramam Nandamam Jashta Cha Paramotsvaha. Which means the king's wives felt the greatest ecstasy upon attaining Lord Krishna as the dear husband of the royal princess, and a mood of great festivity arose. So in the Srimad Bhagavatam, this is part of the story where Krishna had heard of a very, very beautiful princess that was the daughter of King Nagnajit. And she could only be won in a tournament, in a Swayamvar. And it was a very specific Swayamvar, designed by the king. She could only be won by the individual taming 7 very large, powerful bulls at the same time. And it was said that if any of the kings, if any of the princes took part in this Swayamvar and completed this seemingly impossible act, they would win the princess's hand in marriage. So she was very, very beautiful. And this is why there were so many kings and princes that wanted to marry the king's daughter. And the king was thinking, I don't want my daughter to be married to any old king or any old prince. I want my daughter to be married to Krishna. And also, strangely enough, the princess also had this longing in her heart. She wanted to be married to Lord Krishna also. She performed a few yagnas, some penance, to be able to have the Lord as her husband. And so the king was thinking, now how can I make this, that it's not too easy, that any old king, any old prince is going to win my daughter? So he had to make a task seemingly impossible, something that no normal human being could achieve, could accomplish. So he came up with this idea. He let the 7 bulls run around an arena, and they all had to be tamed. Fierce, ferocious, very large, strong bulls. Maybe you can tame one, get one under control, but all 7 at the same time. How is that possible? What seems impossible for man is possible for God. And this theme of impossibilities, actually, it's a theme that I wanted to talk about today. I wanted to talk and share about my experience from last weekend when I was in the UK. It's amazing how things, how people, how situations conspired to bring about such an incredible festival that we had last weekend in England, called the Sacred Summer Festival in the UK ashram. It was actually the first time in the UK that we had done like a mini Just Love festival. Much more mini. mini. Always in the previous years, we had done just like normal darshans, either in London or at the ashram. But this was to take it to a new level. And it was a new step to rise to for Bhakti Marga UK. And for them, it's actually a very, very big step. There is always a lot of factors that have an impact on whether that festival is going to be successful. A bit like the rain, Every Just Love, I remember Swami Dhanamjay, he used to pray that there was no rain. And every year it would rain. Like a few years before, I remember on one of the Just Love festivals, it was coming up to Just Love Festival, and there was so much sunshine, it was so hot, that there were warnings, like on our mobile phones, for the people that live in this area, that there could be like smoke hazards, because the fires, the fields were literally on fire. They were burning because it was so hot. It gets to Just Love Festival, it rains. So he was really, really annoyed. Many years with Guruji, like, how can this be? So there's many, many factors that have an influence on the success of a festival. And we have the ashram in the UK, and then out the back we have a very large grassy lawn, like a very big space. And this is where we placed the festival itself, where they had the food, the drinks, and all the other different shops where you can buy the items. We had about 10 to 14 vendors, I think. And our festival was taking place on the same weekend that Glastonbury was taking place. I don't know if any of you have heard of Glastonbury. If you go to England, like in every country, you have very, very big, large music festivals. This is pretty much the biggest. You have hundreds of thousands of people going there to watch all the most recent, up-to-date, famous musical acts, musical artists, you know. And for some reason, I know at least one of the vendors thought, you know, well, I'm not going to go to Glastonbury this year. She would always go to Glastonbury and hold her stall there and make very good business. She was thinking, I know, this year I decide to go to that Sacred Summer Festival. Seems a bit interesting. I think I'll go. And it's a bit weird in one respect because you want to do good business. And you've been to this festival that's got hundreds of thousands of people, and then you decide, nah, I'm going to drop that one. I'll go to this tiny festival that I've never heard about, nobody's heard about ever, because it's never existed, and I'll go there. So I was very interested to hear that vendor's story, her story of, what was it? She just, I don't know, I just feel like I'm going to go. Something special. Something very special. And we had a few other vendors. They were like, they got in contact with us. Normally you have to run after the vendors and you have to find vendors to come to the festival. You have to organize it. But some of them were running after us. Can we come? Can we participate? And the person that was organizing this was like, yeah, okay, sure, fine. And they were quite curious about Bhakti Marga. What is this festival about, this Sacred Summer Festival? And we've been preparing it, you know, for months, weeks, leading up to the weekend. And of course, we did all the decorations and everything. It started looking really like festival-like it's going to look in SPN in a few days. We start putting up all the flags, all the decorations, and then you start feeling, oh, this place is changing. It has a festival vibe. But on the morning of the festival, I could feel it, there was something shifted in the air. It's a bit like that song, Phil Collins, Something Coming in the Air Tonight. There was something in the air in the morning. There was something in the atmosphere that had changed. I don't know, it's hard to put your finger on it, something special. Now, coming back to this verse, so the translations of this verse, the king's wives felt the greatest ecstasy upon attaining Lord Krishna as the dear husband of the royal princess, and a mood of great festivity arose. So we've arrived at the weekend of the festival. We've been working for at least 6 months, if not 7 months on this, like the core team, myself, to make this a success. And this moment arrives. And it reminds me of the 10-year anniversary of Bhakti Marga. I'm just curious, how many of you were there for that 10-year anniversary? Just put your hands up, I'm curious. Very, very little. Oh, okay. Fair. That was also a very memorable event for me in my, let's say, life in Bhakti Marga. Being in Bhakti Marga for 10 years myself at that stage, I remember on the first morning of that, it was kind of like our first Just Love Festival. After we had a few people come to the festival, they started sharing, you know, because we go around and we talk to the people, and some of the people said, I don't know why, but when I just entered onto your property, I just felt like I'd returned home. I was like, interesting. And some other people said, when I was walking into the grounds of the ashram here, I could just feel like love. It's called, well, we didn't call it yet Just Love Festival, but they was just experiencing that just by walking onto the property. The same thing at the Sacred Summer Festival for myself. Something had changed in the air. What was it? I don't know. There was this festival feeling beginning to come in. But as the people came in, I was talking to a number of them there in the UK, and they were saying, wow, everybody's so happy. Everybody's so nice. There's such a nice feeling in this place. I don't know what it is. And it reminded me of the 10-year Bhakti Marga anniversary. So the Darshan was also, the first day we had Darshan, we had our little festival, we had some acts and some events on our stage, and then we had the Darshan. And it was interesting because months before we'd been out marketing in different places within UK. We'd been out doing, let's say, marketing by doing satsangs. We did some concerts, we were jamming in the park, we went to see different Hindu communities. But strangely enough, like when I asked like who's here for the first time, we had a lot of hands go up. And there were people coming to the Darshan that we had never been anywhere near them. Like literally, they came from parts of the country, we're like, what? Where is that? Never heard of that place. It's like, how did you hear about us? And they were just like, oh, we just heard about you. We just decided to come. Very bizarre, very random, but yet surprising, you know? Like people would just turn up for the Darshan, for the Sacred Summer Festival. And this is how it went. Like so many synchronicities or surprises, and it all added to the totality of the experience. Now, many of the vendors decided to meet this strange fellow called Paramahamsa Vishwananda. And I could see a few of the devotees talking to the vendors about Guruji. And it's a bit like saying, yes, we're aliens. We've just arrived. Our spaceship's over there. You know, when somebody's presented with a very obscure thing like this that they've never heard about, it's like, he's who? What does he do? You know, you could see it on their face, like trying to comprehend, like, okay, we're here, we feel a special atmosphere, and then there's him. Like, so it was their first Darshan experience. And for a number of them, it was quite amazing. And they were still struggling to understand, like, how can all of you be so happy without alcohol? This is a festival. What's going on? They were struggling to comprehend this. Didn't really make sense, but they were really loving it. They were having a great time, just in that field, that presence. So everybody was very happy, and of course, all of this is Guruji's doing. He was in behind everything. How he connected us together with different Hindu communities. How people just became aware of the Sacred Summer Festival. How he arranged everything on the day. How much time he spent with the people. How much time over that weekend he was with the people. Talked with the people. You know, walked around. Talked with all the vendors. It was amazing to see. It had like a really, I don't know, silky feeling to the whole thing. But there was one, obviously, there was one surprise. There was one shock for me over that weekend. Somebody called. They came looking for me. And they said, oh, Guruji wants to speak to you. So I was like, okay, all right then, fine. Where is he? So they took me to him, and he was sitting at the table on the veranda. So he was sitting down chatting with Myran. And I went and sat down next to Guruji. And Guruji turns to me and he says, Anushiya, good job. Really, really good job. And I was like, because Guruji doesn't really compliment, to be honest. The last time he complimented me like this was about 10 years ago. So it doesn't happen every year. It doesn't happen every 3 years, 5 years. It's like 10 years ago, he's complimented me like this. And in boxing, like when you want to hit somebody, you do like a dummy punch so that they think they're going to get hit. And then you actually go with the second one. So I was feeling that this was the dummy punch. And I was waiting for the real hit. And I was waiting, and I was waiting, and I was waiting. Nothing happened. And then Guruji just changes the conversation and carries on talking with Myron about some other stuff. And I was like, okay. That's why I was so shocked. Like, compliment, nothing else. There's nothing else behind it, you know. Guruji has said, you know, when I compliment you, that's when you have to worry. Often he's pulling out the pride, or he's making the pride rise. So I was just very alert at that moment, waiting for the inevitable to happen. And of course, it was a lot of work, a huge amount of work. Every festival is in Bhakti Marga, but nevertheless, with Guruji's presence, with his love, on that whole weekend. That place, the whole vibe of that place just changed dramatically. And the deities on that weekend, I've never seen them look so more beautiful. We've got a little Nishingadev, Lakshmi, and Mohini. And they were just radiant. They were so joyful, so happy. And all of these little things were adding to that specialness, that feeling of festival in the presence of the Lord. Just coming back to this verse, you know, that feeling of it's an incredible festival to be in the presence of the divine, to be in the presence of the Lord himself. And for all of us, that's what we were feeling in the presence of Guruji last weekend. So I think we're going to have the same feeling, the same experience for this JLF as well, coming up, just let's say 10 days away or so. It's going to be short, concluding with Guru Purnima, but it's always an incredible experience to see everybody come up and offer their worship to Guruji on Guru Purnima, to experience his love, to experience his presence. So, Jai Gurudev.
Namaste Narasimhaya.
Namaste Narasimhaya.
Namaste Narasimhaya.
Namaste Narasimhaya.
Praladadadaine.
Narasimha Parato Narasimho
Ito Narasimho Parato Narasimho
Ito Narasimha Parato Narasimho
Ito Narasimho Parato Narasimho
Yato Yato Yami Tato 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 Narasimho
Bahir Narasimho Hridaye Narasimho
Bahir Narasimho Hridaye Narasimho
Bahir Narasimho Hridaye Narasimho
Bahir Narasimho Hridaye Narasimho
Narasimha Madim Sharanam Prapade
Narasimha Madim Sharanam Prapade
Narasimha Madim Sharanam Prapade
Narasimha Madim Sharanam Prapade
Tavakara Kamalavare Nakama Buddha Shringa Dalita Hiranyakashipu Tanubinga Keshavadirta Narahari Rupa Jai Jagadisha Hare Jai Jagadisha Hare Jai Jagadisha Hare
Avakara Kamalavare Naka Jagadisha Hare
Keshavadita Narahari Rupa Jai Jagadisha Hare Jai Jagadisha Hare Jai Jagadisha Hare
Keshavadita Narahari Rupa Jai Jagadisha Hare Jai Jagadisha Hare Jai Jagadisha Hare
Jai Narasimha Dev Narasimha Dev Narasimha Dev Jai Narasimha Dev
Jai Narasimha Dev Narasimha Dev Narasimha Dev Jai Narasimha Dev
Jai Prahlad Maharaj Prahlad Maharaj Bhakta Swarupa Jai Prahlad Maharaj
Jai Prahlad Maharaj Prahlad Maharaj Bhakta Swarupa Jai Prahlad Maharaj
Gurudev 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 Jai Jai Gurudev
Jaya Jaya Gurudev 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 Jaya Jaya Gurudev
Sri Vishwananda Gurudev 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 Sri Vishwananda Gurudev
Sri Vishwananda Gurudev 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 Sri Vishwananda Gurudev
Gurudev Gurudev Sri Vishwananda Gurudev Antara Mandiram Jago Jago Madhava Krishna Gopal Antara Mandiram Jago Jago Madhava Krishna Gopal Antara Mandiram Jago Jago Madhava Krishna Gopal
Antara Mandire Jago Jago Madhava Krishna Gopal
Aravuna Sama Jago Hridaya Mama
Narayana Sama Jago Hridaya Mama
Navaruna Sama Jago Hridaya Mama
Narayana Sama Jago Hridaya Mama
Sundara Giridharila
Madhava Krishna
Gopal Antara Mandira Jago Jago Madhava Krishna Gopal
Antara Mandire Jago Jago Madhava Krishna Gopal
Antara Mandira Jago Jago Madhava Krishna Gopal
Antara Mandire Jago Jago Madhava Krishna Gopal
Anekanaye Betari Bado Nayane Kanaye
Betari Bado
Nayane Kanaye Betari Bado
Nayane Kanaye Betari Bado
Jago Jago Tumi Kishora Shamo
Jago Jago Tumi Kishora
Jago jago tumi kishora shamo.
Jago jago tumi kishora shamo.
Shiradha priyatama jago hirdaya mama. 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 Jago he goshte rakha Madhava Krishna Gopal. Antara mandira jago jago Madhava Krishna Gopal.
Antara mandire jago jago Madhava Krishna Gopal.
Antara mandira jago jago Madhava Krishna Gopal.
Antara mandire jago jago Madhava Krishna Gopal.
Yashoda dulale so eso nani cho. Yashoda dulale so eso nani cho. Yashoda dulale so eso nani cho.
Yashoda so eso nanicho.
Prane devata esho he kishora. Prane devata esho he kishora. Prane devata esho he kishora.
Pranevata esho ekishora.
Lo yeradavame riddhi vrajadhame.
Lo yeradavame riddhi vrajadhame.
Lo yeradavame riddhi vrajadhame.
Lo yeradavame riddhi vrajadhame.
Esho he braje rakha Madhava Krishna Gopal. Antara mandira jago jago Madhava Krishna Gopal.
Antara mandira jago jago Madhava Krishna Gopal.
Antara mandira jago jago Madhava Krishna Gopal.
Antara mandire jago jago Madhava Krishna Gopal.
Navaruna sama jagoridaya mama.
Sunanama jagoridaya mama.
Navaruna sama jagoridaya mama.
Sunanama jagoridaya mama.
Sundara giridharila Madhava Krishna Gopal. Antara mandira jago jago Madhava Krishna Gopal. Antara mandira jago jago Madhava Krishna Gopal. Ramanuja Ramanuja Mangala Mangala me. Yatiraja Ramanuja Mangala Mangala me.
Ramanuja Ramanuja Mangala Mangala me. Yatiraja Ramanuja Mangala Mangala me.
Yatindraya Karunakaraya Mangala Mangala me.
Yatindraya Karunakaraya Mangala Mangala me.
Prapartidalma Karata
Ramanuja Ramanuja Mangala Mangala Me Yadiraja Ramanuja Mangala Mangala Me
Saligrama Pratishtitaya Mangala Mangala Me
Saligrama Pratishtitaya Mangala Mangala Me
Tridamnatari Vigodakachaya Mangala Mangala Me
Viradhari Godakachaya Mangala Mangala Me
Ramanuja Ramanuja Mangala Mangala Me Yatiraja Ramanuja Mangala Mangala Me
Ramanuja Ramanuja Mangala Mangala Me Yatiraja Ramanuja Mangala Mangala Me
Range Sakentaya Rataya Mangala Mangala Me
Rangesa Kenkaya Rataya Mangala Mangala Me
Mananataya Darigaraya Mangala Mangala Me
Mananataya Garinataya Mangala Mangala Me
Ramanuja Ramanuja Mangala Mangala Me Yatiraja Ramanuja Mangala Mangala Me
Ramanuja Ramanuja Mangala Mangala Me Yatiraja Ramanuja Mangala Mangala Me
Mangala Mangala Me Om Jai Jagadisha Hare Swami Jai Jagadisha Hare Bhakta Janom Ke Sangata Sajanom Ke Sangata Shadame Dura Kare Om Jai Jagadisha Hare Jo Jave Parapave Dukha Vinase Manata Swami Dukha Vinase Manata Sukha Sampatti Garahave Sukha Sampatti Garahave Kashta Mite Tanaka Om Jaya Jagadisha Hare Mata Pita Tumamere Sharanaga Ume Kisaki Swami Sharanaga Ume Kisaki Tumabina Ora Naduja Tumabina Ora Naduja Asakarume Kisaki Om Jaya Jagadisha Hare Tuma Purana Paramatma Tuma Antarayami Swami Tuma Antarayami Para Brahma Parameshwara Para Brahma Parameshwara Tuma Sabake Swami Om Jaya Jagadisha Hare Tuma Karuna Ke Sagar Tuma Palana Karata Swami Tuma Palana Karata Mekse Bhakatuma Swami Mekse Bhakatuma Swami Kripa Karo Bharata Om Jaya Jagadisha Hare Tuma Ore Karo Chara Sabake Pranapati Swami Sabake Pranapati Kisa Didi Nilum Dayamaya Kisa Didi Nilum Dayamaya Tuma Kome Kumati Om Jaya Jagadisha Hare Dina Bandhu Dukahanta Tumara Shakamere Swami Tumara Shakamere Karuna Hata Badhao Karuna Hata Badhao Sharana Padate Om Jaya Jagadisha Hare Vishaya Vikara Vidao Papa Haro Deva Swami Papa Haro Deva Shraddha Bhakti Badhao Shraddha Prema Badhao Santana Ki Seva Om Jaya Jagadisha Hare Dana Mana Dana Savarem Tera Swami Sava Tuja Hem Tera Swami Sava Tuja Hem Tera Tera Tujha Ko Arpan Tera Tujha क्या लागे मेरा। ओम जय जगदीश हरे, जय जगदीश हरे, स्वामी जय जगदीश हरे। पाता जनों के संकट, दास जनों के संकट क्षण में दूर करे। ओम जय जगदीश हरे। मन चाकर राखो जी, गिरधारी लाला चाकर राखो जी, गिरधारी लाला चाकर राखो जी, गिरधारी लाला चाकर राखो जी। मन चाकर राखो जी, गिरधारी लाला चाकर राखो जी, गिरधारी लाला चाकर राखो जी, गिरधारी लाला चाकर राखो जी। ओ चाकर राखो, चाकर राखो, चाकर राखो जी, चाकर राखो, चाकर राखो, चाकर राखो जी। माने चाकर राखो जी, गिरधारी लाला चाकर राखो जी। श्याम माने चाकर राखो जी, गिरधारी लाला चाकर राखो जी। गोविंद माने चाकर राखो जी, गिरधारी लाला चाकर राखो जी, गिरधारी लाला चाकर राखो जी, गिरधारी लाला चाकर राखो जी। त्वमेव माता च पिता त्वमेव, त्वमेव बन्धुश्च सखा त्वमेव, त्वमेव विद्या द्रविणं त्वमेव, त्वमेव सर्वं मम देव देव, त्वमेव सर्वं मम देव देव। असतो मा सद्गमय, तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय, मृत्योर्मामृताङ्गमय। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्ति। लोका समस्ता सुखिनो भवन्तु, लोका समस्ता सुखिनो भवन्तु, लोका समस्ता सुखिनो भवन्तु। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः। हरि ओम। प्रेम से बोलो लक्ष्मी नारायण भगवान की, प्रेम से बोलो श्री बुद्धवृत्तेश्वर भगवान की, प्रेम से बोलो श्री हरे कृष्ण कन्हैया लाल की, प्रेम से बोलो महावतार क्रिया बाबा जी की, प्रेम से बोलो शिव पूजाचार्य की, प्रेम से बोलो सद्गुरुदेव श्री स्वामी विश्वानंद महाप्रभु की जय। ओम किलिम कृष्णाय गोविंदाय गोपीजन वल्लभाय पराय परम पुरुषाय परकर्म मंत्र यंत्र तंत्र औषधश्च शस्त्राणि सम्राय सम्राय मुचोर मुचाय मुचाय। ओम नमो भगवते महासुदर्शनाय नित्य ज्वल पिताय सर्वे क्षमराहं भर परस्मै परब्रह्मणे परम ज्योतिषे स्वाहा। ओम शांति शांति शांति। श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः। हरि ओम। जय जय श्री राधे, जय जय श्री राधे, जय जय श्री राधे। श्याम वेंकटरमण गोविंदा, गोपिका शिवरस्मदं गोविंदा, भक्तवत्सला गोविंदा, गोविंदा गोविंदा गोविंदा। पुंडलीक वरदे एकनाथ नामदेव, हरिनाथ महाराज की, रुक्मिणी महारानी की, समस्त भक्त मंडली की, अलवार पुरवना तिरुवलिकले शरणा।